In addition to the numbing and isolation that compulsive viewing of online porn from a young age is causing, we discover the physical effects that many young guys are facing, namely PIED, or porn-induced erectile dysfunction. As we dug deeper, it turned out that this wasn't just some small group of shy guys who had performance anxiety, but something so much bigger. In fact, so big that it's affecting up to 1 in 3 teens and young men. So while we were in the States, we caught up with Gabe Deem and Noah Church, both recovered porn addicts who now help other young men claim back their sexuality. They have coaching, forums, books, appeared in Time magazine's cover story on porn, as well as speaking on Capitol Hill and Chelsea Handler's Netflix special.
I was told that porn would be sex positive, and it ended up being completely sex negative because it gave me a limp noodle. And I don't think it gets any more sex negative than that. Traditionally, in the sex addiction community, addicts were looked at as people with underlying issues or maybe pre-existing abuse and trauma that drove their compulsive behavior. But therapists started noticing a new type of addict, an opportunity addict, that's a part of this digital native generation that was, born into a world with unlimited access to porn. And they didn't have problems that drove them to porn use. They had unlimited access to porn and chronically consumed it that led to problems. I was first exposed to porn at 8, but things got really bad when I was 12, and that's when my family got high-speed internet. As soon as that happened, I was around 7th grade, I'd ride my bike home from school, and I would sometimes watch porn for a couple hours before my parents got home.
My name is Noah Church.
Looking back, I have no cherished memories of watching porn.
Back in the 90s, when I was growing up, I was among the first generation for whom it was common to have a computer in the household and an internet connection. At about age 9, I had the bright idea to search online for pictures of women, pretty women. And I found that, and I found a lot more that I wasn't expecting and had never imagined as well.
This was a normal part of teen culture. My friends and I at school would pass pieces of paper back and forth and give each other tips and tricks of how we could hide it from our parents.
And I was seeing the hardest of the hardcore content by the time I was 11, 12 years old.
By the time I was out of middle school, I had seen just about every genre of porn that you can imagine.
If I wanted to see a picture of a naked lady, I had to go hang out at the magazine rack at the drugstore and sneak a peek. And so I was a little envious of Noah's situation with the media and the technology, and intentionally did not intervene. Now, had there been signs of issues, I certainly would have, but he got straight A's, graduated first out of 800 or so kids in his graduating class. We went to all the parent-teacher conferences.
I loved Larry's honesty here. From the time we spent with him, he came across as a loving father who wanted the best for his son, but who had been caught off guard 20 years ago when porn on the internet was new and novel. I think he captured perfectly what many of us dads think about our sons watching porn, that it's normal and natural to seek it out, which of course it totally is. And man, you boys are lucky. You should have seen what we had to use when we were kids. And here lies the problem. That because porn didn't do most of us any recognizable harm when we were kids, that it won't hurt our kids now.